The world has been saved. You saved it, you and your best buddy, but in turn, you die, leaving everything and everyone behind. This is no one left to fight because really, at the end, there is literally no one left to fight. As we covered in the last issue, our hero Vâle is wounded and he is apparently dying. Because of the last battle he had in the forest with the druid, he got chased out because they didn't want their furs to burn. I mean, he was defending the weak, but the animals still suffered. They didn't want that to happen. But right now, they had bigger concerns. You lied. You knew you were dying and you didn't tell us. Honey, stop the car. And honestly, she did. Now, Krista is usually a cool person, but this situation just calls for it. Tell us why. Explain yourself. And he did. The last big battle, well, he got his chest ripped open by the enemy, and they all saw it. That type of battle, it leaves a mark, and not just any mark, one you just can't recover from. That's why he's been moving crazy. That's why he's trying to take his best friend's girl. It wasn't cool at all, but still, we get it. Worst of all, where they stopped, well, it belonged to a very hipped out snail, and she was very, very, very odd. Her thing was the food. She messes you up with the mushrooms all over the place. And Vâle, as usual, was with it. Tamo wasn't. Just like his kids, he was a tough guy. Right at this moment, his kids were still practicing combat, and his daughter, she was losing control. She was literally like him, drawing her power from rage. She was about to take her brother's head off. I mean, if not for the crab, she probably would have. She was literally about to end him. Little demon. Regardless though, she had to chill out, so they went to just get some food, while her father, he ate the snacks the snails gave them. And like I said, these snacks mess with your mind, and it seems it allows people to just let out their frustration, because at this moment, Vâle was no longer the nice guy. He had been holding back all this time, but now he was going to speak his mind. You took my girl, but she corrected him. Boy, I was never yours in the first place. Stop acting like a bitch. Both of you, y'all got me fucked up. And she just left. He looked at him like, why are you doing this, bruh? They needed to talk, and Vâle went first. He apologized, man, because shit, he's dying, bruh. He didn't want to die without letting her know how he really felt. He loved her with all of his heart. And honestly, Tamo understood, but the thing is, that's my wife. You need to stop that shit, boy. She loves you but like a brother. Understand that, alright? And they were cool. He went back to try and apologize to her, but she wasn't feeling it at all. She only believed in looking forward. None of that past talk shit, none of that sorry. We have a problem, and we're going to solve it with science. You, my friend, are not allowed to die. Not without seeing my dad first. Now, her dad was spelled D.A.D. A robot, a synthetic, and she loved him regardless. Now, being a robot didn't mean he wasn't a father. He was a good father, and Tamo really, really wanted him to love him. But as usual, everybody just loved Vâle. Even while they checked his health, her mother was tweaking out like, damn, you sure you don't want that guy? She said, I'm married, Mom. Regardless, though, all the signs were coming out good. They were not finding anything on the outside, so they had to go on the inside. They had a plan. But it seems like it wasn't just them. The Hierophant had a plan of his own. You see, he was on Earth, and he was the bringer of death. And he was about to do just that. Everyone knew what to do. They were heading inside the strongest hero on Earth. And they needed to be careful, because his insides will surely be as defended as his outside. And as they entered, they discovered this quickly. Everything could kill them, especially because this fool was eating like a madman. He didn't give a damn people inside his stomach. He just kept eating whatever he could get his hands on. They literally had to rely on Tamo, and he was as reckless as ever. He didn't give a damn if this was his best friend's body. He was using ki blasts inside his stomach. You kind of feel bad for him because all he wanted to be was acknowledged, just like Shorty in Volume 1, who was really, really in love with Vâle, but he just didn't see her that way. Wendy, you soft. You don't know what love is. And let's hope Vâle still remembers, because when they went to the brain, they see his white blood cells, and these guys were supercharged. Like I said, his Earth's strongest hero. His white blood cells, his defense mechanism was firing on all cylinders. He had to fight them off, literally, allowing his father-in-law and his wife to get the samples they needed. He tried and tried. He literally had to go supernova again and again just to keep them alive. And honestly, they were overjoyed. Even his father-in-law was happy, like, boy, you did good. And now it's time for us to leave. And as they left, they stepped out. Shit was sweet. Nobody died. And now they have samples to run tests on. Sadly, the test was still negative. Homeboy was dying for real. Science was not the solution. So they had to go mystical. And that involving Tamo's teacher. And she is a bitch. Like, really, really, she's mean. As they pulled up to the crib, he said, stay outside. She knows you're here. And as he stepped forth, she said, you're back, my apprentice. And I see you brought the man you literally begged me to train you to kill. Isn't that ridiculous? You left me, and all for her. Are you happy? He said he is, but he's not here for that. He wants her to help heal his friend. And honestly, she was shocked. Really? You left me, though. You left your master, and you would have to pay for it. And honestly, he didn't mind. He just wanted to know what it was going to cost. She smiled. Yeah, okay. I want a student. I want one of your children. He said, what the fuck? My wife will never agree to that. She looked at him like he was crazy. I'm not going to take them by force. It will be a choice. When one of them wants to train with me, I just want you to not stand in their way. And he agreed. And she agreed to heal his friend. Stepping out into the snow, it was time to meet the hero. Now, she didn't just meet the hero, she met the wife as well. And she wasn't impressed, but she was kind of impressed by the hero. You see, for Tamor to be able to even fight on equal footing as him, he needed to go beyond. Breakthrough was holding him back. And now, she was trying to do the same for him. She was trying to unleash Vâle. But the thing is, in Vâle's mindscape, shit was peaceful. Or at least he thought that. She corrected him quickly. This is an illusion. This is your mindscape. This is how you truly feel. It's boiling with fire and brimstone. You're angry. He said, what? I'm a nice guy. I'm not angry for anything. She said, boy, do not lie to me. You're angry because you're dying. You saved the world. And what did it get you? A death sentence. You need to accept it. You need to eat this world alive. Now, you need to understand, Vâle was a good guy. Eating this world just to stay alive was not his style. Even if his greatest fear stood right before him, that wasn't his way. He had to choose a path, and he chose to walk away. He chose to die. When he came to, everyone asked what happened, and the master said he left. He just walked away, and this pissed Tamo off. Do you know the deal I had to make? And your arrogance, your sheer arrogance didn't let you? How could you? Because we know for a fact, this brother just said he was going to let one of his kids train with this witch. The screams were so loud he passed out again because that's honestly all he could do at this point. There was no turning back. The choice had been made. Now it was time to go. He had the perfect place he wanted to go to. The site of his greatest failure and his greatest triumph. The site that decided his life and his death. This was the site of his last battle, and it had been desecrated. Someone was here, someone that really shouldn't be. You. I told you to fuck off. He said, how the hell will I do that? You are my goal. I will own you. But from the corner, his friends were here, and they gave support. We are here to hold you down. He said, girl, do you think I came here alone? This is the city of your biggest failure. These people died, so I brought them back. He thought he could humble Vâle by making him kill, but his friends, they didn't give a damn. They plowed through every single zombie. He crushed, she sliced apart. It was a lovely combination. Hierophant didn't give a fuck because he brought more than enough, and they were going to eat Vâle alive. That was the whole point. He wasn't here to play. He wanted to end this shit once and for all. And honestly, Amor felt the exact same way. Boy, it's time to kill this prick. We need to fuse. We can't let my girl die. Are you ready for this? And Vâle said, of course I'm ready. And just like that, they became one. They became supreme. And it was on. He knew he looked good. Everyone who stood before him got crushed. Zombies or monsters. She brought the Hierophant to his knees like, bitch, come down here. He told her straight up, don't fuck up my swag, girl. I'll break your neck. But that was a mistake because her husband was now merged with one of the most powerful beings in the universe. He crushed his jaw. The beating was ridiculous. And finally, he just caved in his chest. Come to find out, the Hierophant was an old man who just didn't want to die. So he was all about pushing death throughout the universe so everyone could be like him, pussies, afraid. But now the deed was done. What comes next? Well, what comes next was to be expected, because they were merged, their minds were one. Tamar knew what was coming, and he told Vâle to tell her. And as Vâle told her, I'm looking to die in this place. I've lived a good life, but I choose how I die. And I want to do what I love, which is fight. And no one else could take me on like your husband. Are you ready to do this, Tamar? Tamar said, fuck yes. Let's end this once and for all. From the distance, she observed, because this fight was, well, planetary. Both of them were conquerors, strongest in the universe. Vâle wanted to take it slow, but Tamar, well, he had something to prove. He wanted to be number one, which meant he had to take down number one. Don't play with me. Let's get this shit done. So he said, all right, let's get it. And just like that, they started to fight, aiming to kill. Now, this is when you see that both of them, their fighting styles are dangerously different. One was looking to incapacitate, the other was looking for death, straight up. Now, Vâle was powerful. Even Tamar was like, guy, have you been saving up your strength? No point in me fucking around then. He started going crazy because, as you know, he draws his strength from his anger, and he wanted to be number one. He hated the love Vâle was getting. This was his chance for revenge, but Vâle was still Vâle. Every attack he threw, he got replied in kind. He said fuck it and went super. No more games. I'm ending this now. Vâle looked at him. Are you sure you're ready? The last power in my system is my last juice. This is our last battle. Are you sure? He said, bring it on. And Vâle did. The transformation came and the fight began. Punch after punch, kick after kick. Niggas punching each other across the earth, shaking the very ground they stood on. Tamar raining down cosmic beams left and right, and our boy Vâle just eating them like a beast and deciding to reply in kind to bring him down once and for all. But Tamar knew his fighting style. He waited for him to launch, only to come in close and use his leg to tear him down to size. They were both injured. And for some reason, Tamar took this as a sign of victory. I proved it to you. She never wanted to teach me her moves, but I've shown you now that I'm just as strong, just as talented. You were wrong. You were all wrong. Before he could cave his friend's head in though, Vâle just stopped it with one hand. Boy, I was never wrong. I knew you could be great. But you need to learn to love yourself, love your family, love the people around you. Fuck this first or strongest bullshit and just love you. If not, you will never be able to reach the next level. And he showed him the next level. His guy was oozing power. Well, let's end this, my old friend. And both of them just started charging up their super moves, looking to end this fight with the next attack. As soon as they were on their apex, they let it fly. Supernova bomb, mega blast barrage, and the planet shook. Everyone saw it. It was like daytime. From the jungles to the city, they knew what happened. They could tell. Krista ran with all of her might, looking to find out the truth, but it was done. He was gone. Tamar was alone, and their hero Vâle was gone. Or was he? Well, we are yet to find out. Hopefully they get a volume 2 because I'm excited to see where this story goes. And please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Peace.